Just a quick video. Today I'm making a auger mount for the wide track. I put 1 inch and drilled 2 holes and then put a 1/4 inch bolt through. And then I drilled here for a pin. And right now I'm just welding up the crossbar. So this will slide down into those 1 inch tubes there. And like these are 3/4. So the 3/4 sits in this 1 inch bolt, and then it'll be either bolted or pinned to the machine. And yeah, I'm just welding this up, and then I'll show the next part. So I got the crossbar welded on. What I'm gonna do is cut a couple pieces here. I'll hold the auger up there and make sure I have enough clearance for the flighting to go. That way I'm not hitting the flighting on this bar. So yeah, I'll measure it out and figure out what I need, cut those 2 pieces, and then I'll put the 2 inch auger mount. I'll show what I'm using for that too. So just the V for the front of a boat for one, and then the other one's a tool mount for a back of a side-by-side or whatever. But yeah, I'll show that when I get there. So here's that boat. Like it's a nose protector for when you crank your boat up onto the trailer. It will sit in your boat will sit in here. And yeah, all you do is you take that, and then on this side I just built a U head, and then I'm going to build a auger head support. That way if you're pounding drifts or whatever out on the lake, you're not putting strain on your motor. So if you have it just sitting on this shaft and your head can flex a bunch, your motor can like wiggle inside there, and it can wreck the motor and the auger. So I'll build the head support, and I'm going to take some foam and line this out with foam so it's nice and padded, and then probably run just some electrical tape or something around the head just to keep her held on good. And then I'm going to build some, I don't know if I'm going to build 5-gallon pail holders, or if I'll build like something I can hold a milk crate on, and then I have a box that fits in here. I'll show all that once I get this auger mount done. So I drilled a couple holes, slotted that. Actually only went a little past there, not a big deal. And then just drilled a hole here and put these 2 side, they're just flat bars that'll keep it from twisting. So you put your bolt in, tighten it up, and then this way it's adjustable. So say down the road I want to upgrade this auger, which I will eventually. This is a 24 volt. I'd like to get either a Maven or Ion or Eskimo, something 40 volt. But that way, if I get something different, I move it up and down, like as low as there, and it can go right up to there. So way more adjustment than I need. And yeah, I got the boat thing in there. I showed what that was. So I'm just gonna paint this up and then assemble everything. I think what I've decided is I'll use a milk crate, and I'll do the same thing with the stake and then the smaller tubing, and I'll make it so it sits about here, kind of level at the bottom of that bar. And that way, you know, if you want to just put stuff loose in there that won't fall out, you could do that. Or like a 5-gallon pail slips right into it. I'll show that. Like if you have a 5-gallon pail that you want to use, you can still slip the 5-gallon pail in, and you even put some stuff on the sides if you need. So yeah, I'll just put these crates on, and I'll show doing that. I'll do the same thing I did there, and keep you updated. So I got it painted up and back on here. I ended up doing some puzzle mat pieces and just taping it all up. Made a head support, slotted, so that way when it's sitting on there, foam here, it can bounce around a bunch, it's not going to hurt it. And then on this side, it doesn't really matter, but this is rubber, so that's soft enough, like I can flex it quite easy. Now I'm going to do one more of these for the milk crate and get the milk crate bolted onto that, and then see how everything looks on there. I'll have to paint those too. But yeah, I'll do that and then I'll show the finished product. So here's the full setup. I got the 2 crates. They're in those slots. And then this is the insulated box I made the other day. Or I made the box a long time ago. It was a battery box for my diesel heater. And then last Saturday, I took puzzle mats, cut them up, stapled them on the side, and then just taped some extra. This is just like foam padding. And that way I can keep my Auger battery and stuff in there. Yeah. And then another crate and the Auger mount. And got the head support on there. So yeah, this way I don't have to take the sleigh, and like our snow is starting to melt, so on the lake the drifts are hard and rough. So I don't have to worry about a sleigh bouncing around behind me or tipping over or whatever. This way everything's right behind me and shouldn't fall off. One thing I do have to think about is a spot to put the bump board, but that's easy. I could probably just put it down underneath the bottom here and strap it or something. Yeah, I got room for tip-ups and I got rod storage here. Made those with just PVC and I forget what this stuff's called. It's like slotted band with, you put screws in it to tighten it up and stuff. And then I just spaced it out with a block of wood. Yeah. Here's the rack with everything I would take if I were going ice fishing, minus like batteries and stuff that'd all be in here in this insulated box. So that's empty, but I got a 5-gallon pail in there, and then just little tackle tray and extra. It's actually like a jaw jacker style thing, and then auger. I got my bump board up. It's kind of wedged in the crack here, and then I just have a bungee cord wrapped around here, wrapped around the whole thing, holding it on. So a hole at the front and a hole at the back of the bump board. So yeah, that's how it would look if I were going fishing. It's a good setup. I should have more than enough room for everything that I need, but I'll get some videos of it on the lake next fishing video I do. So I'll catch you on the next one.